And in case you're wondering, you too can own one for the price of 2.39 million RMB. This has got to be one of the coolest things I've seen at this exhibition. I think it's great. I really want one. That is literally the same size as my phone. Look at that. Look at that. I could actually climb in here and Vicky could shut me in here. Huaqiangbei is the place you want to go in Shenzhen for electronics. Oh, this is great playing it with this. This particular model has an embedded language vision model.
They are about 2 to 3 years behind of us because this is the technology that we invented. Using normal vision, we cannot see clearly the object moving, and especially the top part.
I have a feeling this is going to start to rival CES in the future because it's a really impressive exhibition. Hi and welcome back. We're at the Consumer Electronics Innovation Congress 2025, and this is not just an exhibition of all the new consumer and electronics tech. It's also a conference where there are many forums on all the latest technology and developments in this area. We're not attending the conferences today, however, we're going to look around the exhibition. So let's go and see what cool products and innovations we can find. So this is Porby, and I think this kind of device is going to be really, really big in the future. This will be like a companion. So if before you have a cat, which is much more difficult to look after, you can have a Porby. And as you can see, it's got screens for its eyes, has a camera for its nose. This particular model has an embedded language vision model. So you don't need to connect to another model in the cloud. It's all embedded in the thing. It will get updates by OTA. And this can be kind of, you can sit it on your desk next to your computer, or maybe when you're feeling a bit lonely or you just want to ask a question, you can talk to it and it will be your little companion. And I think that's really, really good. Unfortunately, these are prototypes, so they're not working at the moment, but I'm really looking forward to giving one of these a try because it's something I think that's really kind of cool. As you can see, they're very cute. You can decorate them all up. So when Porby's launched, it will also come with an app, and it connects to the Porby via Bluetooth, and it will actually write its own little diary entries every day, and you'll get something similar to this, and it will remember if you're sad or happy, and it will talk to you, maybe try to cheer you up. That's a really cool idea. I can really see these things being really big in the market in the next year. The company's going to be launching their Kickstarter very, very shortly. So if you are interested, head over to Kickstarter and you can check it out. So this is eHang, and in previous videos you may have seen this in different versions, but this is the final now production version. However, they haven't gone into commercial flight yet. They're still waiting to get some government authorization approval, but I think one of their first routes where they will sell tickets for the public like me to fly in, it will be in Guangzhou. But it's really looking nice now, and this is probably one of the first commercially available people drones, and personally I would feel much safer flying in this than a helicopter. The reason why, a helicopter just has one rotor, so if there's a problem with that, you go down, whereas this has 8 arms, each with 2 motors on. So there's a good chance that even if 1 or 2 of those motors fail, you won't have a problem. And now let's go and have a look inside. So it opens up like this, and it's a 2-seater. Like that, you've obviously got, it's not switched on at the moment, but this will be your control screen here. You've got your seat belts. Oh, yeah, like that. And you've got a bar you can hold, and I'm away. I actually think this would be so cool to travel in. It's quite comfortable, and I think with all those propellers I'd feel really quite safe. I think initially this is not going to be a thing that everybody's going to have, but I think the more wealthier people, and I think it'll be great at like areas to give people rides. But I can see rich people or more wealthier people buying these as their mode of transport. I think there's a lot got to happen before then, because you know, there's got to be a lot of regulation about where you can fly and how high you can fly and all that. It's really quite incredible. It can fly at a height up to 1,000 meters and the top speed around 130 kilometers an hour. That's definitely the future of transport. And in case you're wondering, you too can own one for the price of 2.39 million RMB. This has got to be one of the coolest things I've seen at this exhibition. It's from a company called InAI. And what this is, it's a device that you just put on the MagSafe connector on the back of your phone. It then connects with Bluetooth and it gives you almost instant translation into 150 different languages. Now, I've used many translators in the past. I don't speak a lot of Chinese, and a lot of them have a lag which makes them almost unusable. This has almost no lag whatsoever. And the other cool thing, it also is able to use with all the native applications and apps on your phone. As long as it's got a chat window, you can use it. So you can use it with WeChat, you can use it with social media. It is really, really cool. Another innovative product by this company are these digital interactive pictures. Basically, from the phone, you can upload, from an app, you can upload the thing, and they have an embedded AI model, so you can then speak to them. That is so cool. I really want something like this in my house. And currently they retail for this size, it's around 5,000 RMB, and you can upload literally any picture. And one great thing about these is you can put very famous art on there of people who've passed away. They can introduce themselves, so in like museums, it's really cool. But I would love one of these in my house. You could just stroll up to it every morning and say, oh, tell me what the weather is today, and it'll give you the weather or something like that. I think that would be so cool. You've probably seen many of these robot dogs in my previous videos, but they've generally all been for industrial purposes. However, this one is developed by China Mobile. It's for a companion. So it can actually help children describe things they're seeing. It has cameras. It also has a very, very cute face. It can communicate in both English and Chinese.
我已经锁定你了，我们出发吧。
It's following me, look. Wow. So it's actually not for sale yet. Sometime next year it'll be available. And it's going to be around 20,000 RMB. It can carry 5 kilograms. So if you went shopping, it could come with you to the store and you could put your shopping up to 5 kilos on this and it would carry it home for you. And it maybe even, can it go upstairs?
Yes.
Yeah. So it could actually carry that shopping up the stairs for you. So if you're elderly or you have some problem carrying heavy things, this could really help. I think that's a great thing. I really like the style of the face. It's very kind of friendly. It's got these cool little ears that light up and change colour. I really like it. I think I could be very attached to that. And you know what the great thing is? You don't have to tidy up the dog poo and it doesn't wet on your floor. I think it's great. I really want one. That's something I'd be very interested in buying when it becomes available, for sure. So let's go check out Honor. They were previously part of Huawei, however, they're now an independent company. So let's go check their stuff. Oh, so this is the Magic V5. Look how thin that is. That's so nice. Look at that. Whoa, full screen on the front. Open it up. Bam. Wow, that is literally the same size as my phone. Look at that. Man, that is crazy good. I gotta say, these companies in Shenzhen, they're absolutely at the forefront of that. I feel like Apple, they release a new phone, maybe it's just got a new camera, there's no innovation, but you look at these Chinese companies and it's just innovation all the way. And you got their flip phone, look. The whole of the front, look, is a screen. Bam, there you go. So you know what's funny? 6 or 7 years ago when I spoke to my friends in England and my family and said that China will be dominant in mobile phones, they all laughed at me. But now that's come true. And I think the same will be with EVs, with drones, with humanoid robots. The speed and innovation here in Shenzhen is just mind-blowing. And that's really showcased an exhibition like this. We're now going to have a look at UHD World Association, and this is an alliance of hundreds of different companies who are all involved in home appliances technology. who are creating standards for high definition video and high definition audio, which will be rolled out across many, many products.
Come on, be careful!
It's such an immersive experience. You really feel like you're part of it. It's really, really good. And currently there are 1,675 devices all supporting this HDR Vivid and Audio Vivid. And that includes brands like Xiaomi, Sony, Samsung, Huawei, Honor, Skyworth, Hisense. All the big brands are supporting this. And I tell you, the experience I just had, it was absolutely fantastic. And this is not only for like domestic audio, it's going into cars, it's going into cinemas. It's going to be a big, big standard. So if you're not aware, HiSilicon is Huawei's semiconductor development division. And as you can see from here, they develop semiconductors for so many applications. This is all sort of latest consumer tech like smart glasses and phones and that. And just over here we have home appliances. So let's go take a look. So this is a semiconductor that's used in a smart washing machine. As you can see, you've got some really interesting displays with touch things. So it's a completely kind of electronically microprocessor controlled washing machine. And this is kind of what we're going to see in our homes in the future. Kind of cool. It's hard to believe you'd have a microprocessor in your refrigerator. Maybe in the future you'll be able to take some milk out and it will know how much milk's left in there and just order some more milk for you and things like that. Be very convenient. You can see here all the semiconductors and semiconductor modules that are developed and manufactured by HiSilicon. So we're now going to take a look at the International SparkLink Alliance. And what SparkLink is, it's something that's kind of a similar technology to Bluetooth, but much faster with much lower latency. And because of the low latency, less than 1 millisecond, this SparkLink technology would be great for earbuds and speakers, because you now know sometimes you connect a Bluetooth speaker and the lip sync is out of sync with the audio because the Bluetooth latency. This will solve all that. And you can get high definition audio because it can stream at 2 megabits per second. So that will make a massive difference. And very shortly, Huawei are going to be releasing a set of earbuds that uses this exact SparkLink technology. So this is also something that using the SparkLink technology, and it's kind of like an air mouse. So you have this, and you can see the thing, and I can select various things on the screen here. Oh, this is great playing it with this. It's really cool. Oh, I've lost. So what this actually is, it's actually a development robot to teach kids at school the fundamentals of robotics and AIs. And it has a lot of movement it can do. So it can be programmed by kids through some programming interface. So I'm really impressed with this technology because you can actually use it in photo frames. This is a small one, but you can do different sizes. And once the image is put into here, it uses no power, so it will just stay there almost indefinitely. So you can just update that whenever you want to with a new picture of your grandchildren or whatever, and bam, you've got it there. That is really, really cool. That's such a great idea. I think that's better than a digital photo frame. This is done like a boarding pass, so you can download your boarding pass from your phone at the airport, and as you get on the plane you can just show them your boarding pass and on you go. That is really, really cool. I really like these. I think it's such a great idea. Oh, now we're coming to one of my favorite brands is Huawei. And I've just spotted this car that I've never seen on their stand before. This one here, I'm liking the look of this. Let's see what it is. It's the Stellato S9T. Now that may stand for touring. Let's open it up and have a look. So in England, we would call this an estate car. And look at the room in there, man. Look at that. I could actually climb in here and Vicky could shut me in here. Wow. What a lot of space. Okay, let's go check it out because I'm really liking the look of this. What a sleek style that is. I've just asked the guy. It'll charge to 80% in 15 minutes. and it does 800 kilometers on a full charge. That will be CLTC, so in reality it may be a little less, maybe 700, but 700 kilometers on one charge. And the price, do you know how much it is? Starts at about 350,000 RMB, going on to about 370,000. That is absolutely an amazing price. So let's go and have a look inside. Whoa, this feels nice. I'm very familiar with the screen because it's the same Harmony car operating system as my Ito. But I'm really liking this. It feels just so premium quality. It's really lovely. Oh my word, you've even got a fridge here with some water in, look. Man, this is nice. There's some wireless chargers here. Let's say the familiar screen. Now these are interesting, look, because it's actually got digital mirrors. But I just think once you've got used to using these digital mirrors, I think there'd be no going back to standard mirrors. This is really, really nice. It's so premium. Got electronic doors, look. Just press the button, that door opens. Oh my word, you've even got a projector screen. When you're driving on your road trip, your kids are in the back, they can watch like big screen movies. How cool is that? I tell you, these EVs coming out of China nowadays are so packed with technology. You've got digital mirrors, you've got a bunch of sensors and cameras here, and you have more sensors and cameras integrated into the rear, just full of technology. This comes with Huawei's ADS4. We have ADS 3 point something on our car, and that's really good. I bet this is very impressive with ADS4. This is their foldable notebook computer. Look at that. Bam. It's a big screen. That would be absolutely brilliant if you're on the move editing. Really, really good. And you just fold it like this. You place your fingers here. Bam, you've got a keyboard. Let's have a go and have a look in their home experience room. So Huawei have just introduced a new series of televisions, and they're called Mate TV. They've put processors in that are the same processors and GPUs that they use in the phones. So they're lightning fast and can support lots of apps and features. Really, really good. So this is pretty cool with Mate TVs. You get like this kind of air mouse, so you can move around and point, and to scroll, you just do this with your finger on the pad and you can scroll up and down. But you can choose to watch maybe this movie here. Look how fast it is. And I've just spotted a stand that says Huachanbei. And if you don't know, Huachanbei is the place you want to go in Shenzhen for electronics. It's like the biggest electronics marketplace you've ever seen. So let's go have a look. So there's many different little manufacturers here. This store obviously is a smartwatch company. This is obviously a keyboard company. Oh, that's kind of cool. A little foldable keyboard. Oh, I've actually got one of these. It's almost identical to that. Yeah, exactly the same as the one I've got. So over here we have some display technology. This might not show too well on the camera because it's problematic with cameras, but it's generally used for advertising. That's pretty good. Also, here there's a version that they've put onto a backpack. Spins around on a backpack. You can see these all used for advertising. Let's check out what's down here. Oh, this is little laser engraving machines here. You can see this is 10,000 RMB, smaller one at 4,900. This one's 8,000 RMB. So over here are some small robots, and as you can see, you can buy them for just under 3,000 RMB. So actually this is not so much a toy, it's more for educational purposes. So kids or adults can learn to program as it connects to large language model. Currently there's only a Chinese version, there's no English version, but it's very, very cool. So again here, these are robots for more for education purposes. It's very interesting, I'm seeing a lot of this here. It's really interesting that there's a lot of this robotics and AI going into education here in China, because this is what's important, that we train the next generation of kids to be able to understand AI and robotics, because this is going to be the world they're going to be moving into in the future. So this is the first year of this exhibition, and I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing. I've seen some really cool cutting edge stuff here. There's a lot of innovation going on, and it's not just an exhibition, it's actually a conference. There are many sort of conference events going on here talking all about the innovation in consumer electronics. And as I say, this is the first year. I have a feeling this is going to start to rival CES in the future because it's a really impressive exhibition. And this is another one of China's new energy vehicle companies, and they're quite a young company. This is Xiaopeng, but they're doing very, very well. They have some very, very stylish cars. This is the new P7. It's looking good, man. That's a super stylish. And you know what? Xiaopeng have just announced and showed some video of their humanoid robot, and it is mind-blowing how human-like it behaves. It's absolutely incredible. So this is Alpson Tech, and they develop hybrid vision technology, and this young lady here is going to explain what that means.
Hello everyone. So hybrid vision sensor, basically normal sensors, they detect videos frame by frame, which means there's a lot of useless data, and also it cannot capture things clearly and efficiently. So hybrid vision sensor can combine APS with EVS, so normal vision with machine vision. Event sensor is basically how us as humans look at things. When we see a blank wall and a ball rolls around, we don't actually focus on the blank wall, we focus more on the thing that is moving, which is the ball. So that is exactly what event-based sensors do.
Okay.
And we combine these two to make hybrid vision sensors.
And can you show me any examples?
Yeah, sure. So this shows our high dynamic range feature. So in this booth, we created an environment that has high exposure and also underexposed environment. Using normal vision, we cannot see clearly the object moving, and especially the top part.
I see.
But with event-based sensing, we can clearly see the zebra's pattern and also the disc moving and the pattern on the disc.
So this disc is here, but we can't see
Yes,
it.
yes.
Oh.
Do you want to take a look inside?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think they paid.
So this is commonly used on cars, drones, robotics like SLAM, because they always need to adapt to different lighting environments.
So this would be what a normal camera sees.
Yes.
And this is what your system
This
sees.
is not exactly what ours sees. We combine this with this
Okay.
to make a clear vision that is suitable for machines, but also the human eyes.
Okay,
Yes. Other companies that make vision sensors, they are about 2 to 3 years behind of us because this is the technology that we invented, and we've already invented the technology plus the algorithms, plus we've managed all the production.
Oh, that's really good. So now you're putting it into real world applications.
Yes, yes.
Oh, that's very, very cool.
Yes.
And where are you based? Are you based in Shenzhen?
Yes, we have our headquarters is in Shenzhen.
Okay, well, thank you for your time
Thank
today.
you so much.
So I hope you enjoyed that visit we've done to the Consumer Electronics Innovation Congress here in Futian, Shenzhen. It's been a real eye-opener. It's incredible the amount of development that's going on here in Shenzhen. Obviously, it's the electronics capital of China, and this is the place to be if you want to find the latest industry and consumer electronics trends and technology trends. But for now, from Futian in Shenzhen, take care.